So here we are, gold. I'm getting a lot of questions about gold. I will show you in a minute that in fact there was a structure in gold where some trading opportunities got triggered, and now we also had a move recently that kind of is counter against that setup. So at least that's what a lot of people think. So let's get into that. But I want to paint the whole picture. This is the monthly chart of the gold against the US dollar, of course. So again, like everything, you need to have a picture of what is happening and where price is at, and you know why things are like they are, because from a technical perspective, things happen for a reason. So one thing is price came into this level and failed to break, or the rally stopped, and we are now seeing that price has made a pullback. So why was that? Well, there was around this level over here where support has been found, and now it's resistance. So from a monthly perspective, the big players watch the bigger time frames. So from a monthly perspective, we can see that this support level is now at the moment a resistance level. So the thing that is happening here is quite obvious. It's quite you could have anticipated that for example. So that's what it is. Something else I think is interesting for now to put on the chart is this level, because it was resistance quite often. So interesting to see. I'll show you in a minute why this level is also maybe is interesting. We can draw a trend line up here. There's more information to get out of this chart. The level over here with this touch, and again here support area is also a level to draw on the chart. But for now, I think I'm good with this. Because I don't trade a monthly. I'm not here to take a trade for the next for the next year. So that's just what it is for now. This is a level, the 1800s. We're at the 1500s right now. So there's quite some room once price does break this level. There's an interesting area to clear after that. So just putting it on. You won't see this in the next chart when we zoom in to the weekly. This is in fact, so this was the level down here that needed to be broken. Price failed to break it a couple of times. By the way, this is the weekly chart, so still a very big time frame. Then price did break, consolidated for a little bit, didn't really come back for a retest of this level, but we get some consolidation. So this is a very hard, very solid support area to me. No matter what happens over here, if this does correct, and we will see an actual corrective structure that will touch this area, then this should be on. So yes, so those levels are important for now. But now recently this happened on the weekly chart, and it doesn't really seem that strange. But when we come to the 4-hour chart, you can imagine why people got a bit nervous maybe. It all depends on what time frames you trade. I trade the bigger time frames, so to me it's just noise, or maybe some re-entry opportunities, and for other people it's more of a can get scary if you watch all the time. So but that being said, let's zoom in a little bit to the daily chart from here. Again, price tends to react at certain levels. So in this case we had this resistance. Price came back, took a breath, and then finally pushed through and started trading over here. And now we see this this pullback into these levels. So that's quite a good thing actually. So a certain structure is holding up here. But I think the reason why people got nervous is because of this level up here, in combination with I think this is the daily chart, and so the bigger time frames are more important often. So what we see over here, for those of you who know, they see it already. For those of you who don't know, this is a head and shoulder pattern. This could be a head and shoulder pattern with the left shoulder and then a high, and the high failed to push through. So price came back. This was kind of a tough level to trade. Because I could imagine that this would have been a fake out, and this would have been support. at the time everything happened. So, but you know, eventually this turned out support, and then we saw another rally. We came into these levels. We know from the bigger time frame, actually the monthly time frame, that this in fact is a level where we would have seen some price movement that stalled from here. That happened, and then we broke this. Technically, we broke the neckline of the head and shoulder pattern. So I think people got out, switched their bias maybe, and you know, maybe already switched their bias from that point out. So when I put this on, everything can happen. You know, it's trading. It wasn't after this rally that we would have seen a rally go all the way down south. But you know, you get the point. To make the picture even more clear, this was a bullish phase, a trending market to the upside. Price came back, bounced off of the trend line first, but never managed to make a new high. So this head and shoulder pattern formed, and then price came down, and is now, you know, neckline, did the neckline break. You know, there's a lot of information we still need. To me, what I would be looking for from here on out is well, is kind of this level over here. Wait a minute, let me just put it like this. This level is interesting because we have this trend line in combination with this trend line, also with this resistance right above it. So this is quite kind of a cluster where price will likely struggle before doing anything else. So let's switch to the 4-hour chart, where we can see some choppiness as well. But you know, that's it for now. I can imagine price moving into this level first, and then finding a certain resistance at these levels, and from here on out continue a move down. If that doesn't happen, of course we have to see what price does once it gets there, and it starts moving even further to the upside. Then you know, we become bullish again. So this for now, this level over here, this is the and in combination with this, of course, this is to me the strong resistance level I'm looking at. As long as that doesn't break, then I'm still bearish for now. So maybe this is just a correction, some move. It doesn't. It's quite obvious why things happen. So stay calm in your trading. That's an important thing. And maybe for this trade, we can zoom in one more time to the hour chart to see what we got over here. We got a push. This by the way, this is all a news-driven thing, a fundamental thing, because of some dollar-related news where price reacted. So maybe if the correction is over, we'll shake off the news and continue to trade the technicals. On the hourly chart, we have this pattern. We are right now at this trend line again. Let's see if price breaks over here, or if it will bounce off and indeed move further first. But for now, we have a push, a pullback. We found support. Again, not just a support, but it was resistance turning support. Right now, I don't know if there is any reason. Yes, no, not really. I'm not really so too convinced of this level yet, but you know, the consolidation is taking place, so I wouldn't say that this is support already, but you know, I need to see more. I need to see more for re-entering this. But sticking to the bias, sticking to the idea that the market shifted from bullish to bearish, I think that's still the case. There are still levels that need to be cleared, and this could be a pullback. And if it stops, and if the pullback is over, and we see a break, or we see a certain pattern to continue, just re-enter shorts, and we could be going. So for now, if you are watching the charts, to me this is the level I'm watching right now. So let's see what happens after this consolidation. That's it for now. I hope I put a lot of information on the charts. So you know, it's all from an educational perspective, of course, how to read the charts. And if you decide to take a trade, of course, keep in mind I recently did some videos about risk management. So if you think this is the end of this correction, you could be right. If you enter the trade, make sure that if you're wrong, you just take a 1 or 2% hit, and if you do, if you're right, then maybe you could take a no, let's say 8 or 10% move, for example. So make sure your risk reward is on point, and then you'll have a good trade. That's it for gold for now. See you back in my next video.